Hey everybody, this is Juice. As we're on the precipice of the 2.9 open beta update that's coming very soon, I thought I'd put this video out there and it will make sense for you guys later on when I release the second part of the wingman training video on air refueling. And I had to redo this video because I've actually put this out in other formats before. Mostly it's been in my FA18 refueling demonstrations that I put out there, and a lot of you guys have used these settings and it's helped so many people. So I thought I'd redo this for our wingmen and for you guys because I announced this content basically, or this topic, in the next video. So I thought I'd throw it out now. The next video was going to come out this week, but I think in lieu of what's coming tomorrow, we're going to wait because there's going to be a lot of coverage about the upcoming 2.9 update. And without spoiling anything for anybody or stealing some of Wags' sandwiches, I will go ahead and move on. So you guys that have followed the channel for a while know that I use the Thrustmaster Warthog Hotas. One of the things I noticed right away, and I can thank my friend Thrud in Australia for this, is the day that I unboxed my Thrustmaster Warthog, he was online with me on Discord and he said, hey, I'm going to save you a lot of problems. I'm going to give you some curves to try with it. And I'm still using those curves today. I've shared it with probably 100 people in the videos that have said this fixed theirs. And it wasn't just applicable to the Warthog. They used it on others such as Virpil, WinWing. It really seems to work, especially the throttle designator cursor. And you'll see my little blurb for that at the end. So as I mentioned, the Wingman training program is alive and well, and we're giving our new wingman tips on how to fly and fight in the aircraft, starting out with the flying portions. And as you guys know, my big three fast jets for DCS World are the Hornet, the Viper, and the Mudhen. And I'm using these settings for all three. So on the throttle settings, first you have to go to both your left and right throttle settings and set this up. But basically, here's what it looks like, and I'll give you the data on that. At the top, I've got it set from top to bottom with the dead zone at 0, saturation X at 98, saturation Y at 100, and curvature at 0. And then down in the middle, where you have the slider and user curve settings, I've got both of those checked, slider and user curve, and those are the only two checked. And remember, you have to do this for both throttles. Now finally down at the bottom, I have the thrust settings down there since I've selected user curve, and now I can control the user curve at the bottom. I've got 0, 5, 11, 25, 35, 42, 49, 56, 64, 75, and 100. And if you're like me and you're listening to the video as you're setting up the controls, you might want to pause it, or you can pause it at this screen if you want to zoom in and you can bring it up. But I read those for you just in case you're just following my audible instructions. Now, when it comes to the target designator cursor, you'll want to set up both the horizontal and the vertical axis. And first we'll go through the horizontal axis. So the settings for that are pretty simple. You bring it up, you hit the dead zone drop off, and then you can either use your arrow keys, or you can also just grab your mouse and drag it over to where you want it, or you can highlight that field where it says 25 on the side and type in 25. So I've got mine set at 25, 100, 62, 21. That's 25, 100, 62, 21. And that's for the horizontal. And then looking at the vertical, very similar. It starts off at 21, 100, 68, and 25. And on this one, I had to invert my cursor. And then you might be thinking, well, gee, Juice, what does this do for me? Well, one, it saves you from having to have the Thrustmaster TDC mod that you can pay money for. As a matter of fact, I had one guy that caught our video after he already ordered the TDC mod. He told me in the comments that it fixed his, and he ended up returning for the TDC mod that he purchased for a full refund. So basically, guys, we done the no stinking TDC mod. So before you guys go, I want to remind you that the Air Warfare Group is a free resource. We don't ask you to support us on Patreon. We don't need the super thanks. We don't have any AdSense in our videos. And we really feel, Tyro, myself, and all the other pilots here at the Air Warfare Group feel that our passion is to help People in the DCS community enjoy DCS World with a sense of milsim, real sim, touch the mission type feel about really immersing yourself in virtual combat aviation. And we hope you guys will subscribe, because that's really what drives us to stay motivated to keep pumping out this content. And it's not always perfect, but we really appreciate your comments when you guys point out things or share in or clarify things for us. There's some things that we obviously can't talk about, and then there's some other things that really don't apply to DCS World. So what we try to do is we try to marry the real world references along with what you can do in the DCS simulator. Remember, to me, it's a digital combat simulator first. It's a game second, only if we let it be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, like it if you want, send it off to other friends if it can help them too. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Everybody take care.